This week on Let's Try This Again.
It ain't always everybody else. Sometimes people gotta look at themselves. Women don't like me. Women always hating on me. I like women. You need to look internally. People always trying to sabotage. Hold on now. It ain't always people. You're not gonna manipulate me anymore. You're not gonna use my platform and everything I built anymore. You're not gonna make me look like the villain when all I did was build you up and be there for you and give and give. Well, I didn't ask for it, but you took it. I don't know who I'm talking to, but that's not your friend.
What's up, you guys? I'm your host, b.simone, and welcome to the Let's Try This Again podcast.
Let's try this again.
Welcome back to another episode of Let's Try This Again podcast. Y'all know I got to do a little mini vlog. It's only going to be a couple minutes. I'm going to just show y'all some highlights of last week. I know the BET Awards were last week, but I am honored that I was able to present. I was able to introduce Sexy Red. I was able to walk the carpet and have an outfit change and then have my presenter outfit. And it was so important to me because that's the first time I was on the BET stage live at the awards. It was absolutely amazing. If you missed it, you missed a treat. It was so good. So the first look I did was the black and white look. My LA stylist Demarion did that look. That was my red carpet look. Super classy. It showed a lot of leg. It was actually a little too much on the left side, but it worked out. It was actually a lot of cleavage too. And I'm like, but I really, really, really love that fit. And then my gold outfit was my girl, Miss Amy. Amy is a stylist here in Atlanta, and she did my gold outfit, styled that. And it was so dope. That was my presenter outfit, and that's what I wore on TV to present and introduce Sexy Red. So y'all will get to see a little bit behind the scenes of me getting ready for the BET Awards and a little clip of my introduction and my little comedic timing introducing Sexy Red. So enjoy this and then get into the episode. I love you guys. Thank you for being here.
Damn, they're both good. Let me see. I think I like this one though.
The droopy one? Sis, I need your opinion. Dang.
I'd rather for the decision to be hard than not to have.
Oh, Nana. Look what you done started. I think this one.
That one. Mm-hmm.
The like sleek.
Yeah, because I mean that one just looked kind of just a little typical to those, but this
Okay.
is that's taking it.
Just a little drip drop.
But we can try. Let me see. I have this too.
This one.
More rings, so they might overdo it. Yeah,
That's pretty.
that's so good.
That's pretty.
Man, that's so good.
Okay.
You did that.
Okay. So we're good with this.
You did that shit. You did
Go to the
that.
next one.
Oh, you gotta give me some love. It's right there in front. That B. Come on now. And then while I get here, come on, B. You gotta show your friends some love out here, girl. Come on now.
Wait, I need all of y'all to slide to one side. I have to. I'm
nervous?
so
No?
excited. Not yet. I'm not nervous yet. I'm just excited for the opportunity. I've never been on the BET stage, and I've been, working with BET for years. So I'm just excited for the opportunity to get up there. I'm introducing Sexy Red. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, everybody gonna have the. Oh,
It's gonna
everybody's
be so
gonna be.
fun. It's gonna be lit. Everybody gonna be tuned in. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, but no, seriously, I can't do this. You went over there, skin oil.
Skin oil.
Thank you.
Come on.
I am. Okay. Hi. Okay. Okay, I'll wait on you. I wanted to hop up there and say hi.
What?
You look sexy. I left a little high for
What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Pet TV, and we're live here on the red carpet at the BET Awards, and I have my sis, have my brother, Play Without Play, and b.simone.
Cheers, y'all. What?
Not you hosting. No, period. Not you looking good. 3 years in a row. And my road looking good.
In that same color.
It's like, yes, we are good.
Can I get a shot right here to you?
Perfect. That's fine. You look amazing.
Off we go. Looking right here, please. There she is.
is indeed a black job. And why y'all so mean and loud? Don't get mad because I'm going to Bora Bora and you got to stay at the airport.
That is stupid.
Hey, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Try This Again podcast. It's your host, the b.simone, the beautiful, bold, healed, happy, joyful, pleasant, forgiving, gracious, excited. See how you got to affirm yourself. Because some of those things I'm working on. So you got to just say it as if it's real. You hear me? The confident, the worthy, the loving, say it. Because I'm still working on forgiveness. You got to say it like you mean it, though. I'm back, y'all. Let's Try This Again podcast is my baby. This is my baby. See, I don't have kids, y'all. So my babies be my businesses that I start. So Let's Try This Again is like my fifth child. Fifth or sixth. I done started a few businesses, but this is my baby. So thank you for loving and listening and paying attention to and pouring into my child. Thank you guys for being here and listening. If you are listening to the audio, make sure you also watch the YouTube. It helps you guys. If you are watching the YouTube, make sure you play that audio. We need those streams so we can be on the charts and, it helps us. Make sure you leave a review wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, wherever you are, you're listening. Leave a review. Leave us 5 stars because I know you like it. 5-star review. Would highly recommend. I already know. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you comment, you rate, you subscribe, and you share with a friend. Last week's episode was absolutely amazing. We're tapping into a new solo episode this week. I'm super, super, super excited. I'm going to answer a few of your questions. So I was with DC Young Fly a couple weeks ago. And we had a show together. And I was talking to him. I'm like, y'all, whatever you want to do, create it. Stop waiting on people to bring the table to you or bring you to a table that has already been created and create your own table. I'm not waiting no more. Do I want to work with Tyler Perry? Absolutely. Do I want to work with Oprah? Absolutely. Do I want to work with Taraji P. Henson? Absolutely. Do I want to work with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence and all these people? Absolutely. But if they never come to me or that opportunity never comes, that does not mean I'm not going to walk in my purpose. I am going to bring the opportunities to myself. I'm going to build my own table. Build your own table and stop trying to leech off everybody else and use everybody else's influence and everybody else's platform and everybody else's table. Sometimes, granted, this ain't what I'm talking about, but sometimes, granted, yes, there is a table built and you are an asset to the table and you bring the napkins, you bring the chair, you bring your gifts, your talents, whatever. I get that. But we're no longer waiting for people to put us on. We got the age of social media. We got the internet. We have our iPhone. I want to start a podcast, but I don't have a production crew. Prop up your iPhone and stop playing. I want to start a podcast, but I don't know. Do audio. You don't have to have visual yet. You know what I mean? So stop waiting on everybody else to save you and help you and give you an opportunity and create your own opportunity in your own community, in your own network. And where I'm going with this is I was talking to DC Young Fly and I sent him a message. I was like, bro, it's time. Like, it's time. And I'm not going to say too much because we haven't even confirmed anything or we're not in the works of anything, but just reaching out to my friends and being like, we can put our money together and make our own films. We can make our own scripted series. We can write our own stories. We don't have to wait on 50 Cent to call us to put us on Power. I don't have to wait for Tyler Perry to call me and hopefully put me in one of his Netflix films. Do I want to do that? Absolutely. Absolutely. And when that call comes, best believe I'm going to be ready. What's up, TP? I'm going to call him TP like we grew up together. What's up, TP? What's up, Fifth? I'm there. I want those opportunities too, but I'm no longer waiting for those opportunities to come to me and begging to be at tables where I'm tolerated and not appreciated. I'm going to build my own table. So I've been reaching out to my friends and I've been working on something so special. It's in the works. This is going to, y'all already know, everything I do changes the game. It changes the culture. I'm the trendsetter. I'm a leader in anything I do, whether it's close friends, whether it's putting out a book, whether it's comedy tour, whether it's podcasting, whether it's baby girl, the way I talk. I'm a trendsetter. I'm a leader. And this is really going to change the culture. And we're actually coming up with the blueprint. So once I get it the way I want it and perfect it, we can give it to other influencers and business owners and they can have the same concept and it's just going to be dope. I obviously am not telling y'all what it is, but it's going to be dope. So I said all that to say, I've been reaching out to my friends like DC and Vina, and it's like, let's write a movie. I've done that. I've produced film. I've done that with my friends. Scheme Queens, which is on Amazon, which is on BET. BET bought it with me and a few of my friends that put our money together, and beautiful Jackie, RIP to our baby Jackie. That was one of the last films she did. And we put our money together and got a script and got the crew and got the cast and put together film days. And we made a movie, which did phenomenal. The marketing could have been a lot better. The promotion could have been a lot better. A lot of people don't even know that exists. I think it's still on Amazon Prime, honestly, which is a great movie. We just shot Scheme Queens 2 in the Virgin Islands, but we can create our own content. And you guys, even though you might look at me and be like, she's super successful, she's the influencer, she's famous, she's this, she's that, I still have to create. I can't wait for somebody to bring me opportunities. I'm not depending on my agent to go out and get my career to the next level. I'm doing the work too. Yes, I need an agent. It's an asset. My agent's an asset. Yes, using the internet and having connections with people and getting phone calls and being like, can you do this? Can you do that? Tasha Smith gave me an opportunity recently to be on a show called Harlem. And she was like, this role would be so good for you. Learn these lines, send me an audition tape, sent it in. Cool. I have connections like that where if they see me, they like me, cool. I'll get on and get an opportunity because of my talent or my network or whatever. I still have to audition too, y'all. It ain't just easy out here. I still have not made it to where I see myself in Hollywood film and crossover film and diverse film. Like, I haven't made it there yet. So guess what? I can create it. Create it. Whatever you feel like is missing in the industry or in your industry. You might not be in entertainment. Whatever you feel like is missing in your industry, in your network, in your community, in your world, create it. Stop waiting on everybody else to bring you the opportunities, you know? So I said that to say, once again, I was talking to DC and I'm just like, you know, be prayerful about that, y'all. Be prayerful about that. I want to start creating and producing and directing. Like the Let's Try This Again trailer that I put out a couple months ago, or when I first launched the podcast, everybody's like, who's her team? Her team. I'm the team. I'm the creative direction. Like, it's not like I have this big creative director and this big stylist and this. I wrote the script. People talk about that Let's Try This Again commercial like that was so shady. I'm like, if my truth is shade, then so be it. Watch that commercial, y'all. That meant so much to me. That was my story. Starting off in the car with the black hoodie on my phone, looking at negative comments, looking at the press, what people are saying about me, them just asking questions, want to know just for clickbait, anxiety, the media, in black, in my hoodie, hiding. And then my assistant snaps me out of it. Hey, B, we got to go. I ain't got time to sit in this. I got to get to work. That's my reality. That's my life. She snaps me out of it. I get out the car, media, questions, anxiety, depression, hoodie, black. I'm just trying to maneuver through it and stay focused on the vision. I get inside. All right, you got to get the makeup. All right, they still talking. Chaos, the background, wardrobe, makeup, hair, this, that. Okay, God has still called you to something. Ignore it. Ignore the noise. Ignore the noise. God has still called you to something. Focus. Ignore the noise. God has still called you to something. This is your purpose. This is what he called you to do. This is just the cross you got to carry. Then outfit change. Boom. Makeup done. Hair done. A brighter color. White. Gray. A little lighter. A little less heavy. Then she asked me, how you feeling? I'm good. It's a lot going on, but I'm good. I'm okay. It's go time. Then you see me walking, making that boss call, talking to whoever's on the other side of that phone, whether it's a family member, a friend, whoever is pouring into me at that moment. I'm a little nervous, but I'm ready. Ooh! Ooh! Wait! I'm going to do it scared. I'm going to do it scared. I'm going to do it anxious. I'm going to do it not knowing the outcome. I literally say that as I'm walking confidently. I'm a little nervous, but I'm ready. I just walked out of that depression. I walked out of that dark space, walking into a new season. I'm a little nervous, but I'm ready. I hang up the phone. They give me last touches. I sit down. Hold on now. In this season, it's me and God. That chair ain't nobody specific. That chair is my ex-friends, ex-business partners, people that abused me in my childhood, people that manipulated me, people that I latched onto because I was so scared to stand alone, people that I connected myself to because I felt like I needed everybody when really all I needed was God. Go ahead and move the chair. Because in this season, I got to sit with just me and God, not my mama, not my daddy, not my friend, not my homegirl, not my sister, not a business partner, not a family member. Me and God will sit in this season and I will walk alone with him in this season and do it the right way. Let's try this again. Woo! I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud of that. That is what that commercial represented to me. Now, anybody that took it out of context, that shows where your mind was at. Your negative Nancy ass. Okay? If my truth was shade, so be it. But I said all that to say that was my truth. That was my story from beginning to end, what I had been going through. And man, that commercial for me was liberation. It was confidence. It was boldness. It was resilience. It was never giving up. It was, hey, move that damn chair. That chair ain't about nobody specific. It's about everybody. That chair ain't about one person. It's about every person. Move the chair. In this season, it's me and God. That commercial wasn't about anybody else. It was about me, my story, my liberation, getting my confidence back, getting my boldness back. And if you haven't seen the commercial, it's on YouTube. It's pinned on Instagram. Please go watch it. It's a phenomenal production, produced by me, directed by me. My boy Marcelo came through with the team. And I shared that because I was saying, do it yourself. Produce it yourself. There is a production, there is a movie, there is a book, there is a business idea with your name on it. And all you got to do is tell your story. I didn't sit there and meditate on the script of that commercial. It was my story. It was my truth. It was me. I didn't have to make up a storyline. You don't have to make nothing up. You don't have to think about a marketing plan. When your truth and your story is your marketing. When your truth and your vulnerability is your brand. So I'm just in a creative mode. I produced that. I directed it with my boy Marcelo. Shout out to him. I want to do so much more with him and his team. And I want to produce. I want to direct. I want to make movies. I want to make scripted series. And I'm putting all that out there. So when I do it, you could say, this girl said she was going to do it and she did it. Just like everything else I say I'm going to do. I'm going to do it. So I encourage you, stop waiting on somebody to bring you an idea. Stop waiting on somebody to bring you an opportunity. Stop waiting on somebody to let you eat at their table. They don't got to let you do nothing. Don't nobody owe you nothing. Let's get that right. If they want to be nice, cool. Don't nobody owe you no seat at the table they built. Go build your own. Go build your own. Go build your own table. You have the capacity to do it. You have the talent. You have the gifts. You could do it. Go start your own thing. Stop trying to leech on and latch on to everybody else and get mad when people not putting you on. Nobody has to do that. Nobody owes you anything. Work. You have a brain. Ask God for creativity, innovation. Use your mind, use your brain, and use the gifts God gave you to create something amazing. So I encourage everybody to do that. And I'm on that journey now. So I'm excited to see what comes from these conversations I'm having with my friends. I'm excited to see where this vision goes, producing, directing, and creating. And it doesn't stop at Instagram. It doesn't stop at YouTube. It doesn't stop at a podcast. I want to do scripted stuff. So y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see now, LTTA Productions. Come on. I might have some auditions. Some of y'all listening might be in a film. Some of y'all listening might be a PA on set. Some of y'all listening might be help. Might be part of the production crew. Now, you never know. So get ready. LTTA Productions is coming. I'm claiming it. I'm speaking it. I'm working on it. And yeah, let's go. And then y'all, I used to always say like, God, use me, use me, use me, use me, use me. I literally play this song. Let me find it. I used to play this song out. When I say, y'all, this song, gospel, praise and worship. This song, it's all right. Hold on, let me pause it because I don't know how far I can go because you can't really play it on YouTube, but I'm going to play like a little piece.
Not part of living right is being prepared to fight. That means it's gonna be sleepless nights in this world with
Jesus. All right, I'm gonna just read y'all the rest. But this is It's All Right, Send Me, The Winans Phase 2. This is an old school gospel song. And I played it every morning. You hear me? Every morning. Part of living right is being prepared to fight. Ooh. That means it's going to be sleepless nights in this walk with Christ. But Lord, you know, anytime, day or night, I'll go. Even if my own mother says no. Whoa, wait. You got to leave your parents. You got to leave them friends. You got to leave that spouse. Sometimes you got to leave behind your kids. I literally looked at my grandmother. I said, if I have to leave you to walk in purpose, I will leave my family behind. If y'all can't get with it and get on this vision and get on this purpose and this calling God called me to, I will leave you. I will let it go. I will spend more time focusing on God and my relationship with him than I do sitting and dwelling and being stagnant and not walking in purpose. Okay. If you send me, I would go. Anywhere you lead me, I'll follow. If you need somebody, Lord, I'll go. If nobody else wants to go, I'm saying, Lord, it's all right, send me. Anywhere you lead, I'll follow. If you need somebody, Lord, I'll go. If nobody else wants to go, it's all right, send me. My God. Whoo-wee. I started playing that song over and over. And if you need somebody, Lord, I go. He said, if nobody else wants to go, say, Lord, it's all right, send me. I be jamming. I'm like, oh, this a bop. But then you listen to the words. You're not realizing what you manifesting. Then the Lord started to send me. I was like, hold on. I don't want to be on your strong soldier list no more. I said, all right, you said if nobody else wants to go, you will answer the call, Braylon. He started to send me and started to use me. And I said, hold on now, my heart getting broken over here, and you use me to plant a seed over here and be the vessel over here. And okay, so I stopped playing that song. I ain't played that song in a minute. I need a break from being sent, Jesus. I need a break from being in the war. And what I'm really confused about is nobody else wants to go. Nobody else wants to go because you keep sending me. And I'm just trying to figure out, is anybody else want to go? Please raise your hand. Please leave a comment so God can pick you because I'm tired of going. I used to play that song every day. Then I started realizing, okay, now he really sending me. But you know what? I also realized I had to change my perspective. I was like, I keep being used by people. Why am I always the vessel to plant a seed? Why am I'm always brightening somebody's light and letting them dim mine? Why? Why am I always being used by people, manipulated by people, hurt by people? Don't nobody care about me? Like they're using my heart. They're taking it for granted. God said, they're not using you. I am. They're not using you. I'm using you. I'm going to use you to plant a seed here. I'm going to use you to encourage somebody here. I'm going to use you. You know what? They think they're using you. I'm using you. Do what I called you to do. And when I tell you to leave, leave. You did enough. Now the rest is up to them. When I tell you to go, go. People aren't using you. God is using you. But you have to know when to move. God is not going to let his children be manipulated, be abused, be hurt, be overly used. Sometimes he's using you to plant a seed, to help, to water that seed. Sometimes you got to watch it grow. And now in this season, Lord, look, I plant the seed. I'm not staying around for it. I don't want to stay around for no more watering the seed. Let me plant the seed in the person and go on about my day. Please, Jesus. Please. But that's the revelation I had. I'm like, yo, I'm not being used by people, bro. I'm being used by God. And sometimes you get hurt in the midst of that because God is calling you to help, to encourage, to do all of these things. You still got to have your boundaries. You still got to guard your heart. Some things you doing, God didn't tell you to do. I used to think just being nice, being good, being overly generous was the godly thing to do. No. God had boundaries. Jesus was bold. Jesus said no with grace. Jesus said, get thee behind me, Satan. He didn't say, no, it's okay. You come on. No. So just because you're doing good things and being nice and overly extending yourself, God didn't tell you to do that. So the closer you are to him, the easier it is to hear his voice. He'll tell you when to plant those seeds, when to let him use you, when to move on from a situation. So yeah, I stopped playing that song though. That song was getting me used overly too much. You can never be used too much by God. But I get scared to play this song now. I used to play this song every day for like a year, every day. And then I really start seeing the fruits and the manifestation of that. And I was like, okay, now let me go back to a different gospel, a different song. Because baby, that song was doing too much. So, all right, y'all, that's my little rant for today. That's what I had been thinking about, was on my heart and mind. I'm going to get to some of y'all's questions, and let's get into it. Question number 1, what am I looking for in a husband? Because at this point, we're dating to marry. Absolutely dating to marry. I don't know why I feel like I've talked about this briefly before, but I think one of the main things that I feel like I've lacked in every single relationship is spiritual leadership. Yes, I can pour into a man. Yes, I can send my man devotions. I can read the Bible. I can cover him. I can pray with him. But the closer I get to God and the more my spiritual journey grows and the more my relationship with Christ grows, it's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect, but it's growing. I feel it. I walk it. I am becoming it. I'm changing daily. Certain things about me are just changing so rapidly. I'm like, I can't even believe I thought like that last month. Like even the episode I did about my ex and almost losing my celibacy, even where I am today, that was just a couple weeks ago, weeks or months. I'm like, yo, like I would never even ever be in his bed again. Like I'm changing so quickly. So with the journey I'm on in this season, I would say there's a million things. I don't want to get on here and be like every other podcast. I need a man that does this. I don't believe in 50-50. I'm still learning myself to know exactly what I do want and don't want and what I do like and don't like. And I would love to date more. I would love to date more so I can really see and learn more about myself and relationships. I wish I could go on like 4 dates a week. I would love that. I would love to go on like 4 dates a week, just have fun, date different type of quality men and learn throughout the process of dating. But don't nobody ask me. Y'all can ask me on a date. People don't ask me like, why aren't you dating? Somebody has to ask me. I will walk up to men. I'll be in men's DMs. If I could just find some decent ones, I'll ask. Shit. Excuse my language. Oh, I'm doing so good. I have not even been cussing, y'all. I've been doing so good. But I would say in this season, one of the top things or the top thing I'm looking for is a man to lead me spiritually. I have never been in a romantic relationship and seen my partner open up a Bible, read a Bible, get on their knees and like grab me and hold my hand and have a routine of prayer. I've never had a man cover me in prayer. I've never experienced a man inviting me to church, going to church with him. And I'm not saying all of these things make the person any better than a person that's not. But what I am saying is that heart posture and that yearning. I want somebody with a heart for God that is yearning for a relationship with God, that is yearning to grow with the Lord, because that's what I'm doing in this season. And I've never experienced that with a man. And I would love to experience that in this season. So the main thing, I would say the main thing, and then it would be like knowing their purpose and walking in purpose. All the other things, it's like the basics. Please be nice. Please don't abuse me. Be a good person. Have some self-control. Have some discipline. All these things, like be a provider, be a protector. Yes, we know all that. But the main things for me is a spiritual leader, God-fearing, like literally not just religion, but he is yearning for a deeper relationship with Christ. And I see it. I see the fruits of it. I've never seen that. And a man that knows his purpose and is walking in purpose and like knows what he is on this earth and what he's called to do. So yeah. How did I create consistency in my spirituality? I would say I kind of just answered that. I'm not always consistent. That's the honest truth. It has been like the biggest example I can do or analogy is like me in the gym. I haven't been in the gym for 3 months almost, y'all. Busy, on the road, on tour. I've been eating right, but I haven't been in the gym. My weight has maintained, but I lost a lot of my muscle. I'm like, dang, like I'm really not in shape. Let me not say that. I'm still a good size physically, but internally, am I okay? I be walking and I be like, I can barely breathe. You can't walk up no flight of stairs. You can't walk up no flight of stairs. And I'm like pretty skinny right now, y'all. Like I lost my butt, I lost my thighs, I lost my muscle. So internally, am I really, really, really healthy like how I was when I was working out? Probably not. But physically, I look okay. So it doesn't bother me as much. That's how I feel with spirituality. Like you go to God when you're in the deepest, darkest times of your life. The darkest times of my life have brought me the closest to God because I run to him. I don't run to drugs. I don't run to alcohol. I don't run to a vice. I run to God when I'm down on my ass and I'm down and out. But when everything becomes okay, sometimes you forget about him. And I still deal with that. I still deal with being consistent with my spirituality. I still deal with being consistent in my prayer life. I still deal with doing it when I don't feel like it. So it's just like the gym. You have to do it when you don't feel like it. You have to show up. You have to do your praise and worship when you're not excited about it. You have to pray and praise God when you might not feel the Holy Spirit, but you know he's there. It's a faith activation thing too. It's activating that faith and not forgetting all those prayers, all that warfare, all that praise and worship, all that all that stuff I was doing to get me up out of a season. And when God brought me out, don't forget what you was doing. You were praising, you were worshiping, you were fasting, you were talking to him. He was a priority. Doing all of those things when you're okay also. So to answer your question, it's up and down. It's up and down. And I'm working on consistency in my spirituality. How am I adjusting to changes in my life and in friendships? Man, like I'm going through a season where I'm learning to put people in a certain category. Everybody don't need to be your close buddy friend. You can put people in categories. Matter of fact, let me look at y'all. That's not your friend. That's not your friend. That is not your friend. She don't like you. She's jealous of you. She's envious of you. She wants your life. She wants to be you. She hates how your light shines and everybody loves you and you're a magnet and people are drawn to you and nobody is drawn to them like that. They hate how internally they are so dark. And how are you so happy? You've been through so much. Why are you not tainted? Why are you not angry? Why do you not treat people like shit? Why do you still have so much faith? Why do you still have so much hope? They don't like that. That's not your friend. They don't even like themselves. How can they like you? They don't love themselves. How can they love you? They don't take care of themselves. How can they take care of you? That's not your friend. That's not your friend. I'm telling you, that's not your friend. And I've learned that the older that I got, it ain't always everybody else. Sometimes people got to look at themselves. Women don't like me. Women always hating on me. Women don't. I like women. You need to look internally. People always try to sabotage. Hold on now. It ain't always people. That's not your friend. I don't know who I'm talking to, but that's not your friend. They don't like you. They want to be you. They want your light. And I know you think your light is going to brighten theirs and you're going to love them to health. Let me tell you something. My homeboy gave me this analogy. You cannot love a cancer patient to health. You can't sit next to a cancer patient and hope and just affirm and just hold their hand and hope they're going to be healed. What do you have to do when somebody has cancer? You got to take them to the doctor. You have to take them to the doctor. I know you think you can love that person enough to where they change and they become a good person. I know you think you can give that person enough to where they shift their heart and they become a sweet night. They're not you. You are you. They're taking advantage of you. They're manipulating you. They're using your gift. That's not your friend. That's not your friend. And what I'm starting to understand in this season, that's okay. I'm getting my power back. I cannot wait to read Power Moves by Sarah Jakes. My homegirl is reading it and she told me it's phenomenal. I'm going to listen to the audio on my plane today. Get your power back. Get your power. You're not going to manipulate me anymore. You're not going to use me anymore. You're not going to use my platform and everything I built anymore. You're not going to make me look like the villain when all I did was build you up and be there for you and give and give and give. Well, I didn't ask for it, but you took it. You took it. That's not your friend, baby. It's not your friend. And when you ask God to reveal people, things, places, opportunities, contracts, partnerships, business things that are not supposed to be in your life and remove them, ask God. He's not going to just show you. The word says seek and you will find. You're not just going to find. You got to seek. You got to knock and the door will be open. If you want that veil taken off, ask God. He'll show you. He'll show you. That's not your friend. That's not your friend. It's not. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to say it. I'm so sorry to say it. They're talking about you behind your back. They're gossiping about you behind your back. They're envious of you. They don't like you. That's not your friend. And what I've learned is you ain't got to beef with everybody. I've lost friends. In this season, this is the most friend-losing ass season. Because I've walked away from people that no longer serve me in this season. And I see them for who they are, not who I want them to be. You around me talking shit about everybody else. You talking shit about me when I'm not around. You're not happy with where you are in life. How can you truly, truly, truly be happy for me and love me? You don't love yourself. That's not your friend. I'm going to keep saying it. That's not your friend. They don't even like you. They're tolerating you. That's not your friend. They're using you to walk through doors that you have walked through and opened with your gift and your anointing that they could have never opened up because they don't have a pure heart. That's not your friend. I'm learning in this season, I ain't got a beef with nobody. I don't even have to really dislike nobody. There's really nobody on my list that I can be like, I really dislike and hate her or hate him. I don't like them. No, you're just in a different category. You're not going to have access to me like a true friend. Associates, cool. Hey, hi, bye, what's up? Cool, da. You're not going to have full access to me. You're not going to get the birthday love that I would give to a friend. You're not going to get the gifts. You're not going to get, I'm not even going to, this sounds crazy, the covering. You're not really on my prayer list no more. Good luck. You're not going to get the oil and the anointing and the favor that comes with being in my realm. You're not going to get that. You're no longer attached to my anointing, to my oil, to the doors I open up. Anybody's life I come in, I can say this with a bold, pure heart. I am a phenomenal friend. I am a great person. I put my friends on. I give my friends opportunity, not expecting nothing in return. I do so much I forget what I do because I don't do it to be praised. I just do it because it's my heart. I'm a phenomenal friend. Anybody that's no longer in my life is somebody that I had to detach myself from because I see your motives, I see your heart, and I cannot have that in this season. I have to guard my space. I have to guard it. So to answer your question, I'm doing just fine. My discernment has heightened. I see people for who they are, not who I want them to be. And it doesn't have to be beef. Distance. I'm not beefing with you. You just don't have the same access to me that you would have had if your heart was pure. You don't have the same access to me that you would have had if you weren't gossiping about me. You don't have the same access to me that you would have had if you weren't using me. You don't have the same access to me that you would have had. Hi, bye, good luck. God bless you. Have a good day. Have I ever tried drugs? Yes. That's crazy. Like, what drug? Was it heroin? Was you on crack? What was you doing? Sniffing coke? I never sniffed coke. It's like I named 3 drugs and I was like, I never sniffed coke. What did you shoot? Heroin? I didn't do heroin. But crack? No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do crack. I didn't do crack. I smoked weed. I did alcohol. Alcohol is a drug. Man, this is crazy, y'all. I've done acid before and I was so scared. I felt peer pressure. I know it sounds stupid. It sounds so stupid. I felt peer pressure. I was an adult. This was a couple years ago, less than a couple years ago. I felt peer pressure by the people that were doing it. And I did it. And I put it in my mouth and I spit it out. I was scared, but that shit worked. Oh my God. I was hallucinating and oh my God. Now go back to friends. Stop being around friends that got you doing dumb shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Foolish. Acid. And they try to talk you into it's going to open up your mind. You're going to be closer to the gods of the earth. You're really going to see. No. All you need to do is go pray for some discernment. That's all you need to do. Nobody need to do no acid. I did it. Oh my God, I was so scared. I didn't even let it dissolve in my mouth. I was so scared. I was like, okay, I closed my eyes. I was like, that shit still worked. That shit worked for 12 hours. I was like, this is crazy. I did it, y'all. I did it. I have a confession. I did it. Y'all know I'm vulnerable. I'm real. I did a drug. I did more than weed and alcohol. I did acid. Oh, it was so scary. Oh, it was scary. I hated it. It was the worst ever. But yeah, I have been sober. Glory be to God. Thank you, Jesus. For, April, May, June, 12, 13, 14, 15 months. No weed, no alcohol. I feel great. I don't yearn for it. I don't feel like I'm tempted. When I'm out, my friends drink. Don't mind it. I don't mind being around people that drink or smoke. Honestly, I don't get tempted by it at all. I've been sober for a little over a year and I love it. I'm so proud of myself. I have no desire to drink. I have no desire to smoke. And yeah, I'm just at such a different space. Like even with my celibacy, I'm like, I am so scared to and maybe that's why I'm not actively dating. It could be a fear thing too. I just focus on what fulfills me and my purpose because I know my brands and my business, it can't just get up and run away. It can't break my heart. Yes, it could not work, but it's like I have more control over my work than I do in a relationship. You can't control a person. And maybe I'm just scared. I'm like, what if I fall in love? I start dating again? How is that conversation going to go? I've never been in a relationship where I've actually had a celibacy conversation. I don't even think I would feel comfortable having sex right now. I would probably be like, we're sinning. Don't touch me. We just had sex. God is watching. The Holy Spirit is here. I don't know what I would do if I was in a relationship right now. So yeah, I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But it might be a little fear thing too. I've been celibate for so long. Oh man, for me to even get in the mindset of being ready and wanting to have sex, it's going to have to be a special, special human being. And if he's that special, I don't see why he wouldn't go on the celibacy journey with me. And I'm not saying I'm going to wait till marriage. I don't know. I could try, but I'm not promising that. I'm not saying I'm celibate until marriage, but I'm definitely not having casual sex. That's one step up. That's one step because I was never a hoe. But now, I talked about this before. I made the list. I tried to pray every spirit off me. When I got to 20-something, I said, now look, Lord, I can't think of no more names. And I know I'm missing somebody. But whoever it is, I rebuke that spirit. So I'm not saying I was a hoe, but I'm saying there was a phase where I wasn't as holy as I am now. I was holy, not holy. So, with all that being said, what was the question? Do I do drugs? No. Have I? Yes. Shit. Next question. How do I stay focused? What keeps me going? I get this question a lot. It's kind of like a cliche question. Not cliche. It's not cliche, but it's one of those questions what keeps you going? What keeps you focused? My answer for that would be focusing on the woman I want to become and not the woman that I am. I try to make decisions based off who I want to be. What would she do? What would she eat? What does she look like? How does she talk? How does she treat people? What does her bank account look like? How does she stand up for herself? How does she say no in love? How does she dress? Does she cuss? Does she drink? Does she get drunk? Does she get belligerent? Does she smoke weed and sit there and snack on Doritos all day? The woman I want to become, what does she look like? How does her success look? What is success to her? What is fulfillment to her? Does she have kids? Does she have a husband? Yeah. So eventually you got to date, right? So I base my daily decisions in my current life on who I want to be. If what I'm doing in this season doesn't align with this woman that I envision myself becoming, I need to stop doing it. I don't envision myself being overweight, unhealthy, a diabetic like most of my family, sick like most of my family that's older. So if I don't envision that, I envision myself being in shape, having a six pack, being healthy internally, not just physically, visually. So what does that woman need to do in this season? She got to get back in the gym. She got to eat right. She has to be healthy. I envision myself being the healthiest version of myself for my kids and my husband and me. Your healing is directly connected to everybody around you. Every single decision I make affects my production team, whether they know it or not. Whether they know it or not, I'm deciding to go to Miami right after this. So it affects them. Why? Because we're on a time schedule. It's going to affect me rushing out of here is going to affect the time they get home. That's why every decision is being obedient. What is God telling me to do right now? Maybe he's telling me to keep talking. Maybe I'm saving them from a fender bender or a car accident on the way home. Every decision you make is directly connected to every single person around you, which trickles down into the world. It just does. Every decision you make trickles down into the whole world. And when you think about it like that, you yearn to not just heal and grow and evolve and perfect your gifts and God, what God is placing in you and what he's doing in you and all these things. You don't just do it for you. You do it because you realize it's a bigger purpose. So what does that woman look like? Who does she talk to? Who does she stay away from? Oh! Who are the people that she wouldn't even let come near her? What conversations is she not involving herself in? Oh, okay, I understand y'all are venting. It sounds like gossip to me. I'm just going to remove myself. Let me know when y'all want to talk about the money. What does she allow? Does she stand up for herself? Does she stand up for other people? Is she bold? Is she confident? Is she timid? Does she know her worth? How does she dress? Is her ass out all the time? Is her titties out all the time? Does she love the way she looks? Who is this person? I want to become that person. So to become this person, I envision myself being at 35, 36, 37, 40s. I know my 40s are going to be the best years of my life. Wow, wow, wow. Best years of my life. What does that woman look like? How does she walk? How does she carry herself? Who's around her? I see a team around me. I see us moving militant. I see it. I see arenas. I see joy, happiness. I don't see no anxiety. I don't see no depression. I don't see not knowing how to control my emotions. I see maturity. I see a husband. I see children. I see a healthy home. I see a healthy relationship. I see longevity in my career. I see longevity with everything I've built in this season. So to get to that woman, what am I doing in this season that she would want, that she would do? Act like her, be like her, move like her to the best of my ability. To answer your question, what keeps me going and how do I stay focused? I focus on the woman I want to become, and every day I try to be her. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning into this episode. I love y'all so much. Another solo episode. If you love the solo episodes, just let me know. And remember, that's not your friend. I need y'all to remember that. That's not your friend. That's not your friend. I know it's your cousin. I know you've known them for 40 years, 40 plus. I know, but y'all went to elementary school together. I know, but they was there for you. Why? Why were they there for you? The why matters now. Were they there for you so they could hold it over your head? Or they there for you because their intentions were pure? Why? Remember, the why matters. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why? Why are you supporting me? Why? Are you supporting me to be in my vicinity? To say you did it? Are you supporting me to be in my network? To backdoor me and get my connections and backdoor me? And why are you doing what you're doing? I know. You're scared. I know you think you have nobody else. I know there's millions of people out there that will love you the way you want to be loved with a pure heart. That's not your friend. Remember that. That's not your friend, baby. That's not your friend. They can't even be a friend to themselves. They don't love themselves. They're not patient, kind to themselves. How can they love you? They don't like themselves. How can they like you? So, that's not your friend. Let's try this again. What I would try again is friendships, baby. What? There's millions of people out there. I know there are great people that align with the woman I'm becoming. There's millions of people out there. I can't wait to meet the men and the women and the business partners that I'm going to meet on my journey that I haven't met yet, that are going to be an asset and fill my cup just as much as I fill theirs. Stop pouring into people, building them up, giving them confidence, giving them courage, giving them a voice. And you doing all this. And now you depleted. You're depleted, baby. You're tired. You're tired. You're tired. You're tired. Stop lighting everybody else's candle and your candle ain't got a flame to it. You're tired. You're drained. That's not your friend. That's not a friendship. They're using you. They're manipulating you. They don't like you. That's not your friend. Stop leaving situations and relationships feeling like I did all this to find my village. And now I was in the wrong group, wrong circle. Now I got to do all this to find myself because I done lost myself trying to build everybody else up. That's not your friend. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Everybody wants community. Find the right community. Stop settling. You're not going to settle with a man. You don't want to settle with a job. You don't want to settle with your finances. Stop settling with your friends. Y'all, we got to break the, and I'm going to end with this. We got to break what's in our blood. We have to break what's in our blood, whether it's addiction, whether it's being passive, whether it's being aggressive, whether it's being manipulative, whether it's the lack of boundaries, whether it's being overly nice and over accommodating, whether it's being angry. We have to break what's in our blood. You have to break it. You dealing with stuff that your great grandparents decided not to deal with and brush under the rug. So now it's on you. Because it got on your parents. They didn't want to deal with it. They brushed it under the rug. So now it's on you. So you either going to break it or you're going to brush it under the rug and pass it on to your seed. We have to break it. We have to break what's in our blood. The addiction, the abuse, the manipulation, the passivity. I don't even know if that's a word, passivity. But the passiveness, shit, is what I'm saying. Google it. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. The passivity, the Passover, the blood of Christ, when he passed over that door with the lamb. The passivity. I don't know how to say it. Break it. All that nice shit. Shit is what I'm saying. Excuse my language. You got to break what's in your blood. So I'm working on breaking that now. I saw it in my ancestors. I see it in people that raised me. I see it in people in my family. The passiveness, the over accommodating, the niceness, the Jesus had boundaries. Jesus, who did not let people manipulate him. He did not let people take advantage of him. He focused on his vision and he knew exactly what he was called to do. Ooh, wait, you hear me? I'ma go, but this man knew exactly what he was called to do. And people, that same spirit it's gonna chase you. That spirit is gonna chase you everywhere you go because the enemy knows what you struggle with. This spirit been chasing me since I was a kid. The spirit of manipulation, abuse, and jealousy. It chases me. It chases me. I'm noticing it now in my adult relationships. It chases me. I ain't even scared of it no more. My discernment is heightened. I see it instantly. God bless you. Keep it moving. I'm focused on the purpose. I'm focused on the goal. Move it. You're jealous. Move it. You don't like me. You don't love yourself. You don't like women. For real, for real. Move. God bless you. We could talk on Instagram. I can say hi in public. You will not be in my circle. You're not going to take me off my pivot. You're not going to take me off my rocker. Move. You don't like me, baby. You don't like me. It's okay. Take that elsewhere. When you stop dealing with it. See, really, you get mad people treating you a certain way, but you feeding the giant. You feeding it. You're allowing it. You're watering that manipulation. You're watering that abuse. You're watering that jealousy because you let everybody around you and you're allowing it. When you stop watering it, they gonna be famished. That's the word. They're going to be famished. They ain't going to have nothing to take from you. So they're going to go latch on to somebody else. That spirit got to go. That spirit got to go. When you watering it, you're feeding it, you're growing it, you're letting it fester. Now, ask God to open up your spiritual eyes. Ask God for discernment. The red flag's been there. You've seen how they treated other people. You've seen how they talked about other people. You've seen how they manipulated other people. Why would they not do it to you? It just hasn't happened to you yet. You just another number. When it's your turn, it's going to happen. When you make them mad enough, it's going to happen. You see how they cuss out people and get angry and mad. They would never do that to me. You make them mad enough, they're going to hit below the belt with you too. So, we have got to break these generational curses in our bloodline, whatever it is that you got to break. You see it in your grandparents, you see it in your parents, you see it in your family members, and now it's in you. Break it. Break it. This ain't just for you. It's for the next generation. We got kids and kids and kids and kids and great greats that's going to be here after we long and gone. I don't want them dealing with a people-pleasing issue because I decided to not heal. I don't want them dealing with a manipulative spirit and jealous spirit that's latching on to my daughters because I decided to brush stuff under the rug and deal with it. I don't want them to deal with that. I'm going to handle it in this season. It's okay. I'm going to handle it. I'm going to start walking boldly, confidently. My discernment is heightened. And when your discernment is heightened, God is going to tell you and you're going to know, pay attention to it. Okay, they might not be a bad person. You just can't come over here. You might not just be the most evil person in the world, but you're not going to sit at this table. A distance. That's not your friend. I love you guys. God bless you. Let's try this again. I thank you, God, for my voice. I thank you, God, that I can talk with gumption. I thank you, God, that you have helped me get my voice back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I got something to say. I'm not going anywhere. Resilience has never looked this good. I love you, love you, love you. Keep going. We'll see you next week on another episode of Let's Try This Again podcast.
Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Let's Try This Again podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and share the podcast. Until next time, stay resilient and remember, I love you guys.